every single year. So
And more, I'm sure.
I was just
I'm sure you
lost.
spent more.
Oh yeah, way more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just really lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I got pregnant with my daughter, and that was a whole other thing by itself. My daughter was conceived through IVF, so we had to up our insurance to make sure insurance would cover. We were very blessed that insurance covered it, because it is a huge expense, and insurance covered most of it. But I had to up our insurance, so that was more money being taken out of my paycheck for the insurance. And then I realized I was working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, teaching, grading, doing all these things. But the person next to me was working, coming in at 8 o'clock, leaving at 3, checking out, not doing anything. And she was making the same amount of money that I was. And I said, there's something wrong with that equation. So after I had my daughter, I said, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it. I want to be with my family. I want to be with my kid. I don't want to come home from work and be exhausted. I don't want to have to be worrying about grading on the weekends. And so the very last year that I was a teacher, I was a crappy teacher. And I will say that with 100% honesty, I did not put any effort into my profession. I used old lesson plans that I had. I took out my bag of tricks. I was still using my own lesson plans. And when I was in my classroom, I was giving my all, but I purposely didn't give tests that would take a long time to grade. I purposely didn't give projects. I purposely didn't give my kids homework because I didn't want to have to grade it.
They probably loved you.
Yeah. Oh, they love me. And as far as the politics of it went, if a parent had a request, I honored it. Oh, your kid didn't hand in the assignment from 10 weeks ago? Sure, hand it in. I'll give them full credit. I don't care, because I didn't want that argument. I didn't want that heartache. I didn't want a parent screaming in my face in a meeting with a vice principal, because that happened to me when I was there, and the vice principal's not sticking up for me because they're on the side of the parent. So when I had 3 months of maternity leave before I went back to work, and I want to lose weight, but new mom doesn't want to lose weight, right? So I had found a product and a program that I liked. I bought it. I became a customer, and I saw my sponsor, she was just like the person I bought from, she became my sponsor, was a multimillionaire. She was making millions of dollars sharing a product every single year. And I thought to myself, if this woman can make millions of dollars doing this, I can make a couple hundred, right? And so I jumped into network marketing with absolutely no experience. And I was pretty good at it. I could sell the crap out of products and programs from this company. I had lost a lot of weight. People loved my transformation, and they wanted to know what I was doing. And so I started making pretty good money, bringing in $1,000, $1,500 every single month, which, when you're a teacher, that's a lot, because my paychecks were like $500 a week or $600 a week, something like that. And I was doing this just in my pockets of time. And, as my daughter started growing up and I was missing all her little milestones, I realized, I'm really good at this network marketing thing, and I really don't like where I'm at in my profession. So I'm going to just do the logical thing, and I'm going to quit my job.
Yep.
And, my husband was not on board. My husband is supportive. He is the most supportive man in the entire world, but he was scared. He was like, yeah, I don't know about this. But he supported me. And what I ended up doing was taking a year of family leave. So if I absolutely flopped and fell on my face, that I would still be guaranteed a job. So I took that year of family leave, and then I took a second year of family leave. And at the end of that second year, I decided I'm just going to go all in. I was never making what I made with teaching in my previous company, but I had this thought in my back of my mind, I'm gonna. But then 4 years later, I wasn't. I had another baby. I used that as an excuse. My business failed because I had a baby. But the thing is about network marketing is going to teach you to build a passive income. If I'm building a passive income and I'm building a team the right way, and I am teaching them how to be leaders, and then they're teaching other people how to be leaders, it shouldn't matter that I had a baby, right, and that my retail sales dropped because I didn't have the energy to work out or to post about my protein shakes. That shouldn't matter. So after my baby was born, I said, okay, I'm going to kick this into high gear, and I'm going to go all out. So my baby was born March 2017. And I did. I worked my butt off. I was sending my kids to daycare, or I was sending my kids not to daycare, but to my parents' house or to my in-laws house. I got up early. I stayed up late. I talked to people all day, every day. And I could not build a team. I could not get people on my team. So people would see my transformation. They would see that I quit my job and they say, I want to do what you do. They would join, they would try it for a couple months, and then they would leave because it was hard. And basically, I just listened to a call from Rick on Friday where he said, if you have to beg people to join your business and then they have to beg people to join their business, they're not going to stay.
Right.
And that's what this was. I was begging people. I was bribing people to join my business. And then they started doing the same thing and they realized this sucks and they left. And so I was constantly rebuilding a team, and my income was retail sales only. I did not have team sales. So I was frustrated, really, really frustrated. And for about a year, I was open-minded to other opportunities. I looked at a bunch of different opportunities. People tried recruiting me to different opportunities, but I was looking for three things. I was looking for, number one, obviously a product that I could stand behind and say, this product works. I love this product. I take this product. So I had a bunch of friends approach me about clothing companies, makeup, hair. And if that's your passion, I am all for it. And I will support you 110%. But I wash my hair like once a week. The only reason it's down right now is because it's New Year's Eve. And I'm going out. This is the first time in 6 years I'm going out on New Year's Eve. I'm going out tonight. I blame my friend Erin. If she's watching, I blame her because normally I'd be in bed at midnight. And makeup, I hardly ever wear makeup and I don't know anything about it. Clothing, like I am in my work, like I just changed from one workout outfit to another. Like that's what I wear. Health and wellness stuff, that's my jam. So it had to be a health and wellness product because that really is my jam. And people trusted me in that field. They trust me in the health and wellness space. So it had to be a product. Number two, it had to be a company that I knew was in it for the long haul, and it had to be a fairly new company because 3 years before I was approached about my previous company, somebody else had approached me 3 years before that, and I totally blew it off. And for 4 years that I was in that company, I absolutely kicked myself. Like, what if I would have gone in 3 years earlier? What if? So I knew I was looking for a company that was new, but I also was looking for a company that was going to be around for a long time. Right. And that's a hard one to find because since the year 2000, there have been 43,000 network marketing companies to hit the world. This is worldwide. But a lot of them don't last past year 5. And so our leadership, the leadership of where I was going had to be world-class. It had to show me that this was going to be around for a freaking long time, that this is where I was going to build my legacy, and this is where I was going to build my wealth. And then the third thing, it had to show me how to build a team and build passive income because I was taught how to push the heck out of a product. And I could sell the heck out of that product. But I didn't know how to teach other people how to do that. No one taught me how to teach. I was taught how to sell, but no one taught me how to teach. And so that's why the retention was so bad in my former company because I just didn't know and I was never taught. And so again, I was approached, I did research, and then one day, it was Super Bowl Sunday, I was just scrolling my timeline mindlessly, and I saw a post pop up from Caitlin. And I didn't know Caitlin. We were connected on Facebook somehow. To this day, we don't know who friended who. And I saw a post pop up, and it was talking about how she had left her 6-figure income with the same company that you and I and that her were with, and she was rebuilding. And it was about her. I remember the post so vividly. It was a picture of her Versailles water bottle and a laptop. And she was talking about how, that one. She was talking about how in 1 month in her business, what her business looked like. And at first I blew it off, but then I was like, what is Versailles? I've never heard of Versailles. So I went to Google. I was still in the car at this point. So I went to Google and I looked at their website and I was like, oh, this looks like a little rinky-dink little company. And I didn't think anything of it. And then the more I went to Google, I really couldn't find a lot because at the time the company was only about 16 months old. And so I reached out. I said, hey, listen, I think from the first words I said to her were like, hey, listen, I'm not really that interested in what you're doing, but what is this company that you're with? And we spent the whole day talking, via Messenger. She kept sending me voice text and I was like, I'm at a Super Bowl party. I can't listen right now. And I would sneak into the bathroom and listen to her voice memos. And I was showing my husband every time she would send me something. My husband was trying to get me out of Beachbody for a year. He knew how miserable I was. And he was like, learn more about it. Learn more about it. Learn more about it. So the next day we got on the phone And so remember, I talked about those three things that I was looking for. Number one, products. I joined before I ever even tried the products because the science behind the products made sense. I knew there was a 30-day money back guarantee on the product. So I knew, and I know that these companies are true to their word because I know my former company was true to their word. Otherwise, that would be considered illegal. So I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll order the products. And if I don't like them, I'll just send them on back. And so I looked at the science behind the products. I love that, yes, there was a weight loss product, but we have so much more than just weight loss. At the time I joined, there were 6 products. Now there's 8. There's soon to be 10 at the end of January. And they hit a different market. Each one is a separate billion-dollar category. So you've got nutrition, you've got weight loss, you've got sleep, you've got brain health, you've got inflammation, you've got energy, anti-aging, detoxification. There is literally something for everyone. And then with this new CBD oil that we're launching in January, everyone's going to want it because it's such a, it's the thing right now. It's what everybody's doing. So we're following those trends. So it had that product that I could be passionate about. Number 2, it had to have world-class leadership. So the more I dug in, the more research I did, and I talked with Caitlin and Kimberly, I learned about Dallin Larson. Dallin Larson is the founder and CEO of our company. He came out of retirement to make this company his legacy. He has already brought 2 network marketing companies to $1 billion year after year after year. Both of those companies are still around to this day. Okay, so he's already done it twice. Chances are he's probably going to do it again. And so I knew that this is a company that's going to be around for a really long time. To put that accomplishment into perspective, well, remember I said before, there's 43,000 network marketing companies out there. Don't quote me on the number because I keep hearing different numbers, but I believe only 12 of them have made it to that legacy status that produce $1 billion year after year after year. Nobody except Dallin has done it twice. No one.
Right.
He was the 2009 Entrepreneur of the Year. His face hangs on Wall Street. He's the only person in network marketing whose face hangs on Wall Street. So, the guy knows what he's doing. He's just not some hopeful entrepreneur hoping to get a business off the ground. He knows what he's doing when it comes to network marketing. He follows the trends. He understands business. And the third thing I was looking for, if you remember, was someone who's going to teach me how to build a team. Bless her heart, my upline from my former company was a wonderful human being, but she happened to be, like me, the stay-at-home mom who got into business, who worked her ass off, but didn't know how to teach other people how to be entrepreneurs. She was very successful because she had people with that entrepreneurial mindset. But if you don't have that mindset, it's very hard to learn it. And so, but here we have a business school led by 7-figure earner. I think he has said on his last call now, he's an 8-figure earner, Rick Gutman. And he knows business. He doesn't teach you how to sell a product. He teaches you how to build a business. He teaches you financial education, business acumen, business trends. So if you're a small business owner, this is something that's not going to only help you in network marketing, but it's going to help you in your small business as well. Because he's going to teach you things that you've never learned about business before. My husband was a business major in school, and sometimes he'll listen to a call if I'm listening to in the car or something. He's like, wow, that guy knows his stuff. That guy knows his stuff. And the reason that guy knows his stuff is because he spent $500,000 to study under Robert Kiyosaki, who is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the author of The Cash Flow Quadrant, the author of Business of the 21st Century. And he pours everything that he has learned under his tutelage of Robert Kiyosaki to us for free 3 nights a week. So when people come to me and say, wow, there you go. I've got Cash Flow Quadrant on my Audible. I don't read because I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, so they rip books up, so I had to listen to books. But people come to me all the time and say, wow, your timeline has changed. Like, you really know what it is you're talking about when it comes to business. She's like, I don't even know what you're selling. I said, I'm not selling anything. I am educating you on 2 things. I'm educating you on our products and how they work and why they work. And I'm educating you on business and what network marketing can do. Because 98% of the people in network marketing are doing network marketing wrong. They are begging you to buy a product, and they're probably buying your product because they're just hoping you'll go away once you buy it. But here's the thing about network marketing. You buy it once, and now that person's trying to hit a goal so they can get a bobblehead. They're going to start bothering you again. It's a vicious cycle. But if you educate people on a product or a business and why it works, they're going to keep coming back. And so when people tell me, wow, you've really changed, your timeline's really changed, like I say it's the business school, because I've learned I can go and I can talk to a small business owner about why they need to carry Viseo products in their store. And it's not because, oh, our products are so freaking wonderful. It's because here's the bottom line. You're going to be helping your customers and your clients, but you're also going to be bringing in XYZ amount, because this is a business.
Right.
You're basically adding a business to your business. And so Viseo had all three things that I needed in a network marketing company. So I signed up as a brand partner. I was actually on my way to Los Angeles for a conference with my former company. And I went into that conference thinking, okay, I'm going to go to this conference and I'm going to be totally re-inspired, right? And I'm going to return my products and I'm going to say, bye-bye, Viseo. I love my former company and I'm going to do awesome over here. But what ended up happening in Los Angeles is that everybody had the same things to say I did. Volume was going down. It was hard to get customers. We're oversaturated. You had to bribe people to sign up with you because they were saying, okay, well, I can sign up with this person, or this person, so why should I sign up with you? Well, I'll give you $20 off, or I'll waive your enrollment fee. Kind of shady, sketchy things to get people to enroll. But the kicker was I was with my upline and one of the top coaches in the company, and we were having drinks at the bar, and I was eavesdropping. And they were talking about how in 2017, January 2018, their volumes were the lowest they had ever been since they started with that network marketing company. And this was a fitness company, okay? They supposedly had the biggest launch of all time that January. But yet, January is supposed to be the time when your income goes whoosh, because people are making their New Year's resolutions, right? But they were saying their income was the lowest it had ever been. And so that's telling me this company's oversaturated. The volumes are going down. It is not as successful as people are saying it is. I said, that was the kicker for me. I texted my husband right then and there. I said, I've made my decision. And I, spent the rest of I knew that I had checked out. I spent the rest of the conference totally checked out, started working on my Viseo business while I was in the conference. I went to Rodeo Drive. I hiked the Hollywood sign, did some touristy things. And then at LAX at 4:00 in the morning, I signed up with the biggest package. Well, I had already signed up, right, but I hadn't gone all in yet. And I said, I am all in. I am a business owner and this is my business and I'm going to treat it like one. And I went in with the biggest package. Jay, can you get that, please? My doorbell just rang. It's a toothbrush that I bought for myself for Christmas. It's the mail person. So yeah, and so it's been 9 months since I've done that. And I have completely rebuilt my income from where I was with Beachbody. I spent 4 years on my income with Beachbody, and I rebuilt that completely in 9 months. And so my husband and I actually sat down yesterday and we're like, wow, I didn't hit all the goals I wanted to hit in 2017, which is fine. But we're just thinking like, this is, you did it pretty fast. You rebuilt pretty fast. Can you imagine where you're going to be in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now? Like, it's going to be pretty freaking awesome.
Yes,
so,
it is.
Yeah,
and so some people know and some people don't know that you and I both came from Beachbody. I like our story because we both happened upon Caitlin, our new sponsor now in this company. By scrolling Facebook, came across a video, not really sure why we're friends or why her video came up. I mean, our story is so similar in that way. And everything she was saying when I came across it was what I was going through with Beachbody. I mean, I was, like you said, I was stuck. My team couldn't duplicate. I couldn't move forward. I was rebuilding. But people that are network marketers will understand that frustration that we're talking about. For everybody else in the network that are not network marketers or are teachers or are business owners or stay-at-home moms already that are just looking to build some passive income for their family, that's the thing I love about network marketing in general is anybody can do that. But what I love about our company and especially our team is, like you said, our team is what is teaching us the duplication and the business school and how to create that duplication for our people we bring in. But so that's why I wanted to interview you, because you are very good at talking about the business. You're very good at sharing the facts and the points. And we both know that tonight at midnight my time, Mountain Standard Time, a very exciting opportunity is ending and going away forever. And I don't think everybody, do you need to get that?
No, my daughter, what are you doing? She just like ran into the door. I don't know what she was doing.
But I don't think, I did a live last night kind of explaining the 2% global profit share offer that we have that is ending and going away, that essentially gives you all the benefits of being a founding partner in the company. So you've experienced that. You've hit gold rank, correct? You've experienced the 2%
Correct.
global profit share. So I guess I haven't hit it yet. So I want to hear from someone that has hit it. What does that mean? What does that extra 2% give you?
Okay, so well, it's actually so what it is actually 5%.
Right.
But so what Viseo does is after it pays out its brand partners and after it pays its employees, it's left with its profits, right? So number one, you have to know is that our Viseo business, our president, CEO, and founder don't take a salary. They want as much money as possible to go back to the brand partners. So they'll eventually take a salary once we hit the certain numbers. But right now, about 60 to 67% is being paid back to brand partners in 8 different ways, or with the optional ninth. The average in network marketing is 30 to 35. So that's just a point that's really incredible to make. But once we've got that, so once the brand partners and employees of the company are paid, you're left with the profits. 3% of the profits go into one bucket, 2% of the profits go into another bucket. When you hit gold rank, which is about the Beachbody equivalent of diamond, if you're a former Beachbody coach or a current Beachbody coach, you get paid weekly 3% global profit share. So you get 3% out of bucket one. If you come, and that's any time. So you could come in today, you could come in 10 years from now. You get that 3%. Then there's bucket two. Okay. And in bucket two, that's reserved for founders. And so it's only, I want to say the number is about 7,500 people. So that is going to actually be a much larger number, especially as the years go on, because that opportunity is never going to be available again. And so that, so bucket two goes to anybody who hit gold that week as well. And so for me, what I'm personally doing is I've got a lot of credit card debt racked up through the years. I think I'm like $8,000 in credit card debt right now. And so I make my regular payments on it, but what I'm personally doing is I'm taking that 5% that I get for being gold every week, and that goes to my credit card in addition to my regular payments. And so my goal is to be able to pay that credit card off completely in the next, we were talking about this yesterday, what my goal is to actually pay that credit card